I'm Melissa Glenny, founder and president of Franklin Professional Associates, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. I've been so looking forward to having more in-person meetings with my colleagues, employees, and clients. And given the recent turn of events in Massachusetts where I am, it looks like it's going to be a little longer than I was anticipating for us to be in person again. So I wanted to talk with you today about how to really have effective meetings when you're leading a remote team or a hybrid team. And the first tip that I have for you is to make sure everyone is on the same playing field. So if you're doing video, and some people actually do work in the office, make sure everyone is on video. If you have some in the office together and then others are conferencing in on video or even on phone, and inevitably it just creates an uneven playing field where I have observed some people are not contributing or are not being acknowledged to the same level as those who might be sitting nearby, or somebody on a phone when everyone else is on video. They tend to just kind of get lost. So even if you're sitting in an office right next to someone, if there's someone else in the meeting who's got a conference in on a video, just everyone be on whatever it is, Skype, Zoom, or Microsoft Teams, whatnot. My second tip is supply the technology. There is nothing more frustrating when the technology isn't working, or the internet bandwidth just isn't working and someone keeps dropping off or freezing. So if you as the business need to make sure everyone has the appropriate level of bandwidth or internet access, or if you need to actually provide the platform by making sure they have the technology with the appropriate software installed and provide the training on how to use it properly. It's pretty easy to do. If you have someone on your team, or maybe you yourself are relatively intermediate or expert level, you could use a tool like Loom to quickly record a training video, and it allows you to show the screen and show you instructing on how to use it. So I love Loom for training when you're dealing with people remotely. You can just send them a link of the training video and they can watch it as many times as they need to. My third tip is encourage people to be early for the meeting, but be gracious. Understand that in these times, there's a lot of demands on people. It's just a really challenging time overall. So there might be children who, I can tell you there are times when there's children who suddenly have a need just as you're trying to jump on a conference call. And so if somebody is 3, 4, 5 minutes late, just understand that things happen and these are the times that we're in. So going back to encourage being early, try to see if everybody could just get on at least 5, maybe even 10 minutes early. And the thing I love about encouraging that they're 5 or 10 minutes early is that there will be more opportunity for the personal exchanges, so it's not wasted time. Okay, my fourth recommendation might sound like pretty standard meeting advice, but send an agenda, ideally a day in advance. Because we're so easily distracted when we're doing video or phone call meetings. I really think that it's important to give people an opportunity to know what to expect, know the time frame of the meeting, the outcome that you're looking for, and kind of have that light at the end of the tunnel. So if there are distractions, they can better manage those things. I think I'm losing track here. Maybe my fifth recommendation is to be mindful of time. If you would normally have a 30-minute meeting in person, I would trim that. Try to make it a 20-minute meeting. Try to be as concise as you possibly can. You've probably heard of the term Zoom fatigue, and it's legit. When being in person, it's in social interactions, it's a totally different thing than talking to a screen and looking at people on a screen all day. It's just not so natural to be looking at screens or trying to find people's eyes when you're actually looking into a camera instead. So again, just try to keep the time trimmed down a little bit if you can do that. And then finally, stay personal. Try to make sure you're carving out time to check in with people and ask about how things are going in their personal lives, even reserving 5 minutes just to check in personally. So those are my 6 tips for maintaining effective meetings when you're running a remote team or a hybrid team. I hope that this helps, and if it is helpful or you think that this could be helpful for someone else, please don't forget to like and subscribe so that we can continue to bring you some of these tips as we are learning along the way. Thanks. Take care.